Good evening. Welcome to South Asia Newsline. I'm Surbhi Sharma. Here are the top stories we are tracking for you on Thursday, the 3rd of January. 3 terrorists neutralize an encounter in India's Jammu and Kashmir. Pakistan houses enemies, says US President Donald Trump. And Afghanistan's export rate touched $1 billion in 2018, says Commerce Ministry. And now for all the details. Security forces gunned down 3 terrorists in an encounter in Tral region of India's northern Jammu and Kashmir province on Thursday. This came a week after 4 terrorists were neutralized in a similar encounter in the region. Three terrorists were neutralized in an encounter in Tral region of Pulwama district in India's northern Jammu and Kashmir province on Thursday. The encounter broke out in a move to corner 2 to 3 suspected terrorists in Gulshanpora village of Tral. Identities of the slain militants were still being ascertained as search operations were still underway till the last reports came in. This comes a week after security forces gunned down 4 terrorists reportedly belonging to Pakistan-based terror outfit Jaish-e-Mohammed in another encounter in Pulwama. Indian security officials on Tuesday confirmed that they killed over 250 terrorists in counter-terror operations in the province in 2018. India accuses neighbouring Pakistan of regularly arming and infiltrating terrorists across the border to mount attacks on Indian soil. Pakistan denies the allegations. As the efforts to save the trapped miners in a coal mine in India's northeastern Meghalaya province entered its 21st day on Thursday, the rescuers failed to find any trace. Officials at the site said it seems that water levels inside the mining shafts is not reducing.
As efforts to save the trapped miners in a red hole mine in India's northeastern Meghalaya province entered its 21st day on Thursday, the rescuers failed to find any trace. Officials at the site said it seems that water level inside the mining shafts is not reducing. Meanwhile, a fire service official who is working in dewatering the mining shafts said the process of pumping out water from the shafts is going on continuously and they have already pumped out 130,000 litres of water.
Seems that the water level is not reducing, it's not decreasing. So as we expect is that till water level decline down, that means at that time the other agency also can take up their job.
घंटा हो गया पानी निकाल रहे हैं 1,30,000 लीटर पानी अभी निकल चुका है 1 फीट तक पानी कुआं से खाली हो चुका है ये प्रोसेस अभी चल रहा है.
The 15 miners were trapped on December 13th when the illegal mine in Meghalaya province was flooded. The provincial government has so far deployed 72 National Disaster Response Force personnel, 14 Navy personnel and Coal India personnel to find the miners.
US President Donald Trump has said that Washington wants a great relationship with Pakistan but cannot do so as the country houses enemies. His first comments in 2019 on America's strained ties with Islamabad came during a meeting with his cabinet colleagues on Wednesday.
US President Donald Trump has said that Washington wants a great relationship with Pakistan but cannot do so as the country houses enemies. The US President's first comments in 2019 on America's strained ties with Pakistan came during a cabinet meeting on Wednesday. While blaming Pakistan for sheltering terrorists on its soil, he said this is why he ended $1.3 billion in aid to the country last year. He, however, said a meeting with the new leadership in Pakistan under Prime Minister Imran Khan will take place very soon.
When we give money to Pakistan, $1.3 billion, I ended that. A lot of people don't know it. Because they haven't been fair to us. We want to have a great relationship with Pakistan. But they house the enemy, they take care of the enemy. We just can't do that. So I look forward to meeting with the folks and the new leadership in Pakistan. We'll be doing that in the not too distant future. But I ended the $1.3 billion that we paid like it was water. We just pay it.
And Colonel,
Washington has long been pushing Islamabad to lean on Taliban leaders to bring them to the negotiating table. It often accuses the South Asian nation of covertly sheltering Taliban leaders who stage attacks in Afghanistan, an accusation Islamabad vehemently denies.
In news from Afghanistan, Afghanistan's export rate has touched $1 billion in 2018, Afghan Ministry of Industry and Commerce said on Wednesday. The development comes after President Ashraf Ghani last month inaugurated the Lapis Lazuli corridor, which enables Afghanistan to send its products to Europe and other parts of the world.
Afghanistan's Ministry of Industry and Commerce or MOIC on Wednesday said Afghanistan's exports volume reached about $1 billion in the first 9 months of 2018 and the figure shows a 19% increase compared to the same period in 2017. Meanwhile, officials of Afghanistan Chamber of Commerce and Industries or ACCI have said now the government needs to focus on the processing of domestic products and undertake proper marketing policy to further improve national exports to international markets. This comes after Afghan President Ashraf Ghani inaugurated the Lapis Lazuli corridor in December last year and said the route enables Afghanistan to send its products to Europe and other parts of the world.
ما توانستیم از طریق دهلیزهای هوایی در حدود 5200 تن کالای افغانی یعنی که بخشای مختلف داره به یک کشورها انتقال بدیم.
هغه وکیل تجاران چې په سفارتخانو کې ناست دی او کار کوي د هغو وظیفه هم دغه ده چې د افغانستان تولیدات لپاره مارکیټینګ کې په تور د مثال موږ غواړو چې زموږ ډبرې د دې پروسس د پروسس بعد باید موږ صادر کو.
Ghani, while inaugurating the Lapis Lazuli corridor in December, said Afghanistan is in favor of connectivity policy and that the inauguration of the corridor is a milestone. The Lapis Lazuli corridor connects Afghanistan through Turkmenistan, Azerbaijan and Georgia to the Black Sea and ultimately through Turkey to the Mediterranean Sea and Europe.
More news from Afghanistan. Afghanistan's Ministry of Mines and Petroleum on Wednesday said that it has developed a policy to ensure the safety of mining projects and prevent illegal mining. Meanwhile, the Interior Ministry also assured that Afghan police is also ready to ensure the security of mining projects.
The Ministry of Mines and Petroleum in Afghanistan on Wednesday said that it has developed a policy to ensure the safety of mining projects functioning in the country. The policy has been prepared by the Mines Protection Committee, which was established last year under the Ministry of Mines and Petroleum to prevent illegal mining and ensuring safety of mining projects. Meanwhile, Ministry of Interior assured that the Afghan police is ready to ensure the security of such projects.
خطر سقوط ولایت قطعا مطرح نیست. در اوجه هیچ گونه نگرانی هموطنان ما نداشته باشند. ما به قدر کافی در اوجه نیرو داریم.
Analysts in Afghanistan say insecurity is one of the main barriers mining projects face in the country and is often the cause of delays. Mining Ministry officials said they have specified the areas where serious problems are being witnessed and said military operations are needed to be carried out in these areas.
Moving on to news from Nepal, a parliamentary subcommittee formed to probe the procurement of wide-body planes for Nepal Airlines Corporation revealed that losses worth 4.35 billion Nepali rupees were caused to the government. In a report, the subcommittee on Wednesday recommended action against incumbent tourism minister and 2 former ministers alleging their involvement. House panel report under Nepal's Parliament Accounts Committee or PAC has found Rabindra Adhikari, the incumbent Minister for Culture, Tourism and Civil Aviation, involved in irregularities during the purchase of 2 Airbus A330-200 aircrafts. Along with Adhikari, the report has also redirected for actions against 2 former ministers, Jitendra Narayan Dev and Jeevan Bahadur Shahi, for their involvement. The report claimed 4.3 billion Nepali rupees were embezzled at the time of procurement for the 2 wide-body aircrafts for the national flag carrier, the Nepal Airlines Corporation. Nepal made the decision of purchasing the 2 aircrafts in 2015. The national flag carrier purchased the planes from US-based AAR Corp for $209 million, the largest ever aircraft purchase deal in Nepal's aviation history. The aircrafts, which landed in Nepal in June and July, have gone grounded since their arrival and are hitting the national carrier with a loss of Rs 15 million daily. A 5-day-long winter carnival began on Wednesday in India's northern hill town of Manali, in which artists hailing from across the country displayed their cultural performances. The event is aimed at promoting tourism and cultural activities in the province.
With an objective of promoting tourism in India's northern Himachal Pradesh province, a 5-day-long winter carnival began on Wednesday in famous hill town of Manali. The artists hailing from across the country participated in over 100 tableaux and cultural processions showcasing art and culture of the province, besides giving the messages of cleanliness, drug abuse, women empowerment, female feticide and environment conservation. The event is aimed at giving a fillip to the tourism activities in the province and presenting local culture, including folk dances and music before the tourists.
बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है, काफ़ी अच्छा माहौल बना हुआ है इस टाइम पे और मौसम बहुत अच्छा हो रखा है इस टाइम पे, हल्की हल्की बारिश है लेकिन बहुत अच्छा मौसम है.
The hill towns of Manali and Shimla are popular tourist destinations for Indians and foreigners alike, and during this season, people also look forward to experience the thrill of winter sports in the region.
Hundreds of Hindu seers on Wednesday arrived in India's holy city of Prayagraj, mounted on chariots and elephants ahead of the Kumbh Fair, the world's largest religious gathering. The authorities are erecting temporary bridges, building mass kitchens and vast tents to host millions of people in the fair from January 15th. The holy city of Prayagraj in India's northern Uttar Pradesh province on Wednesday witnessed the arrival of hundreds of Hindu seers mounted on royal chariots and elephants ahead of the world's largest religious gathering, the Kumbh Fair. The seers belonging to several akhadas or Hindu religious martial groups reached the city with ash-smeared naked sadhus, making an entry by playing drums, carrying tridents and mounting camels. The city is expected to host over 100 million people, including Hindu seers, ascetics and devotees from all over the country and abroad during the fair, which is set to begin on January 15th.
अनादिकाल से परंपरा है, जब कुंभ मेला प्रारंभ होता है तो पंचायती अखाड़ा से निरंजनी जब प्रवेश करेगा एक जगह बाघामरी गद्दी में रहता है, उसके बाद आज वह अपने शाही अंदाज पे हाथी घोड़ा बैल.
हम लोग यहाँ आए देखने के लिए, शाही बाबा लोग सब आते हैं, शाही तरीके से निकलता है, ये हमें अच्छा लगता है देख करके और हम लोग घंटों खड़े होकर के देखते हैं. हाथी घोड़े पूरा सब सवार होकर के आते हैं लोग, सारी चीज में सवारी लेकर के आते हैं लोग, अच्छा लगता है मुझे देखने.
The Kumbh Fair, which is more than 2,000 years old, is a meeting point for Hindu seers, some of who live in forest or Himalayan caves and come out only during this period. The fair is traditionally held every 3 years in one of 4 cities of Prayagraj, Haridwar, Ujjain and Nasik. Well, that's the wait within South Asia this evening. Before we conclude, the top stories once again. 3 terrorists neutralize an encounter in India's Jammu and Kashmir. Pakistan houses enemies, says US President Donald Trump. And Afghanistan's export trade touched $1 billion in 2018, says Commerce Ministry. And now our viewers can watch the show on SouthAsiaNewsline.com. You can also visit us on Facebook.com/SAsia Newsline and follow us on Twitter @SAsia Newsline. That's all in tonight's edition. We will see you same time tomorrow. Good night.